a job. I'm unemployed. Why would you take advice from an unemployed guy? You guys. But I know God's going to show up. I know His favor is permanent. I know it doesn't run out. I know He's pouring oil on my head. I know that I feel the weight of the helmet. I know I'm keeping that breastplate intact. I know that I'm not giving up my righteousness to get acceptance or to get favor from somebody else. I'm not doing that because I've seen what He does. I know who He is. He's going to show up. I have an interview every day next week, and every single one of those people are like, hey, would you be okay maybe getting a raise and maybe cutting your commute in half? I'm like, yeah, that's God showing up.
Yeah.
Amen.
I trust in Him fully. Let me tell you why. So when I was 11, my father got cancer. We were a day away from buying a house in Villa Rica. Right after we got married. No kids yet. Packed up the truck, the U-Haul. Going to drive here all night. Going to sign the paperwork. And we really thought that's what God had for us. And we were really excited because, we weren't living right, but it's cool. God showed up anyway, right? And God did show up, but He showed up in a way that essentially devastated our marriage. And was like, hey, by the way, this is built on a bedrock of lies. You don't have good foundation. Nobody's holding up your ladder that you can count on. You've been putting your ladder on a bunch of nonsense. And this is all going to fall apart. And it's your choice. You want to proceed, but that's not going to work out. Our marriage almost fell completely apart. We had to make a decision at that point. We made the choice that was very hard. I called up the real estate agent and I said, hey, by the way, tomorrow at the signing, we will not be there. And we became homeless from that moment on. But we were with God. And we had truth around our waists.
Amen.
That what we had relied on, what we had built for ourselves was no good. It was not good. And we took a moment. We let it soak. And God's favor came through. So this was 7 years later. Years went by. Our marriage was healed miraculously. He put us back on solid ground. By this point, my wife was in school. Several years had passed. And that's when, out of the blue, I got fired from my job. And we didn't know what to do, and our first kid was on the way. And at that point, I started what everybody does, and I just started sending my resume to everybody. And I was like, yeah, I'd be a great, business dude, thing I'm going to do. It's like, I could do it. And just sent hundreds. I applied hours a day, all day, every day. And I got this invite from the University of West Georgia, inviting me to come up, and they would pay for my school, and I could work full time in Carrollton, down the road from where we were trying to get years earlier anyway. So God did that. And then when I was in school, we suffered a miscarriage and we lost babies. And I almost lost my wife. And then our house flooded and everything got taken out. But the house we were renting flooded, which led us to purchase our perfect home. God saved my son's life by giving him meningitis. He should be dead. That was a year ago. He started having seizures. And they said, in a matter of hours, this is going to wipe him out. There's no way. There's no way. And it turns out he had an infection that gave him seizures. That pointed them in the right direction, the doctors, to the underlying infection that would have been silent and would have killed him. And even the most seasoned immunologist on the staff there was like, well, that's statistically an anomaly. That's weird. I don't know, it's weird. I was like, yeah, that's God. He's like, no, yeah, it's weird. That's what agnostics call God. They call it weird.
Come on.
That's God showing up.
Amen.
God keeps showing up. He keeps pouring out the oil on my head and on my life. And I'm not worried about what's going to happen next. Because He's going to show up.
Amen.
And if you've got something going on, He's going to show up for you too. And you know what helps that come about a lot faster? You saying those words. He's going to show up. Take the helmet. God purchased your salvation at a cost to Him. At the blood of the Lamb, the innocent life that was spilled. Take the helmet. God's ways are not our ways, but He is showing up. He is outfitting us to face the giants that only we will face in the ways that only He can prepare us for. Take the helmet. You know what I noticed about this earlier? This got moved, and it tipped that, and that began to spill. I'm pretty sure it's like that every time. I'm pretty sure that happens every time. I'm pretty sure every time you shed a tear, that's God pouring the world out. I'm pretty sure God's anointing the ground that you're standing on right now.
Come on.
I know it. God's anointing the ground that you're standing on right now. He's anointing your head right now.
Thank you, Lord.
That's what's happening. And you can believe that. And I believe that that's the word that God has given me. And I know that He will come through. And I know that He's faithful. And I know that He's true. And I know that He never gives up. And I'll keep that truth around me. And I'll keep that righteousness upon me. And I'll keep that salvation on my head. And I encourage you to do the same. And to go forth in brotherly love and embrace others as we didn't even think possible.